And we're back from the break. We went into a tunnel that nobody could see through except for Root, and now we are standing in a white room with a white chest and a bunch of books everywhere. So, Tony, what's going on?
So, it's a little bit difficult to tell exactly what's going on, but it appears as though you've got the bookshelves, a chest in front of you, and some books kind of scattered across the floor with this giant fireplace in front of you. That's about all you guys can figure out at this moment just from walking into the room. So what do you guys choose to do at this point?
I go to the chest.
Okay.
I start looking at the books to try and figure out what someone was looking for.
I stand at the chest and ready my maul.
Okay, so when Xanaris goes over to the chest, you notice that there is a lock on it.
Is the lock locked?
Yes.
Is the lock gear-shaped?
The lock is actually gear-shaped, but it does not have a gear-shaped hole. In fact, it does not appear to have a hole at all.
I just pull on the lock to see what happens.
When you pull on the lock, one of the books begins glowing.
I pull harder on the lock.
The book glows again.
I walk over to the book.
Yeah, do we see which book it is?
Homer picked up the book that was glowing. I think he just said. So as you pick it up, you notice there's like there's actually like a little scrap of paper hanging out of it.
I open to that page.
The scrap of paper hanging out of it has 4 things written on it. The first one says, "The hope of the light, the lure of the dark, and home itself are in both answers." The second text says, "Both terms have an even 6-4 split, despite both being one word." The third one says, "Right answers, put the flames out." What a twist. The fourth one says, "One answer starts with a vowel, and the other does not." There are your 4 hints in Roll20 chat. And if anybody maybe wants to play along at home, those are your 4. Now, as you kind of look, you see all the different books and stuff, and what do you do with them?
I start looking at all the books I can see around me and see if there's any, like, specific one that strikes my interest.
Well, there are all kinds of books. There's probably about 20 of them in the room, and they all have various and different titles, and those titles are as follows. Do you guys see the handout that just got posted?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
I pick up the number 19 in Keeping Promise, Intro to Perspective Paladins and the Light.
Okay. You don't necessarily notice anything particularly special about it.
I open the book. Can I read any of the words? Like, what's it written in?
It appears to be written in Dwarven.
Oh, that's convenient. Okay. I just start flipping through pages, like, not fast, but, like, one at a time, just kind of scanning the page to see if anything strikes my interest.
So it seems to be talking about all the different gods and their purposes within the world. Then you get to a section that starts talking about the power of the light and why it's important not to forsake it and the gods, because that's what makes you lose your powers. And then you also then you come across a lifestyle that talks about being and investing yourself into a lifestyle of asceticism, similar to like a monk, where you should basically, your body is a temple, you should treat it well, that sort of thing, yada, yada, yada.
As I'm reading this, I'm, like, taking a sip from my flask, and when I read that part, I put the flask away.
Okay.
I look at number 2. Elements,
in you, the power of the elemental chaos. So what this talks about is the history about the elemental chaos and how the people who are usually the best adept to it are people who have arcane backgrounds. So it talks a little bit about different things that sword mages have versus things like wizards or sorcerers or things like that. And sorcerers generally have the strongest innate connection to the world in terms of that.
Can I do an Arcana check on the fire?
You may.
See what comes up with it, if I notice anything.
Okay.
Plus 13.
You notice that there seems to be a faint connection between the fire and the book in your hand.
Is there anything in the book written about it or anything like that?
No.
I think it's just an innate feeling you get when you're kind of checking the fire.
Yeah, it seems as though the two of them are related.
What number did you pick up again?
He picked up number 2, and Paul picked up number 19.
As I get closer to the fire, does it get like? Can I tell it's hot or anything like that?
You can tell the fire is definitely a decently warm one. However, when you look inside of the fire, you notice that it is covering what appears to be some kind of almost like a box of sorts with a gear-shaped hole in the middle of it.
I'm trying to word this right. Like, am I able to touch the fire without getting burned? Okay.
Do you relay this information to us, or is this just something in your head?
Oh yeah, I tell y'all. I'm sorry.
Okay. Okay, so I'm done flipping through the book. There was nothing in there that inherently stuck out, like, necessarily. Actually, you know what? I'll do an Arcana check on it as well. Just to be sure. Yeah, my Arcana's shit.
Yeah, you can't really tell much on this.
Cool. I just put the book I'm holding into my backpack, basically.
Okay.
I'd like to look at I'll pick up number 10.
Okay, so you're picking up Now Ends the Calm, A History of Calamity.
Yeah.
So this book kind of talks a little bit about the details of the war that began to kind of sweep across the continent after the Foundry, which included all kinds of details about all kinds of different conflicts. A particularly gruesome affair, one that the history books would have preferred to have forgotten, but needed to preserve.
Yeah, I guess I'll do an Arcana check on it.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh,
Holy
hello. Okay. What does that do for you in this case? Let's see here. So you picked up Now Ends Calm.
Yeah.
Okay. Picking up that book, you feel an arcanic connection between that book and the lock, or the box that's like inside there, the box with the gear-shaped hole in it. And in finding this connection, you actually find on the back of the book that you're holding that there is a number on the back of the book.
Okay.
The number is 10.
Hmm. I mean, I'd relay all this information to the group.
Okay, when he does, I pull the book I was holding back out and look at the back to see if I see a number on it.
Okay, Arcana check. And you picked up
19.
picked up number 19. Okay. Let's see here. You actually noticed a faint scraping of it. You noticed a faint scratching of a number there. And it says on the back of it, 8.
8. Oh, interesting. Hey,
I'll
guys,
look at-
there's an 8 on mine.
So 10 and 8.
I'll look at the back of mine as well.
Which one did you pick up? Elements and you?
Yeah.
Okay, Arcana check, please.
God, I love my
Okay.
Arcana.
You notice on the back of yours is the number 1.
Hey guys, it's number 1. Anyone find intents and purposes?
Or maybe do the numbers correspond to letters? I'm gonna pick up another book.
Okay.
Number 7.
Okay, you're picking up Oracles 2, The Fate from the Forests.
Yes.
Okay. Do you flip through it, or?
Yeah, just to skim
Okay.
it.
You kind of skim through it rather briefly, and it seems to be an eerily detailed account of the life of a person who is, a messenger from the woods, and the last piece of the book rings very familiar, almost like a feeling of deja vu with you guys meeting up with Garut.
Holy shit. I pick up Oracle's 1.
Okay. And then do you choose to look for a number on your book real quick?
Yes.
Arcana?
Yeah, I'll roll again.
Oh, shit. Okay. On the back of your book is the number 5.
Okay.
So, and you picked up which one? Book 7?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Or that's the one I picked up, yeah.
Okay, and then Paul, you picked up 11?
11, yeah, and I want to read through it as well.
Okay, so you start kind of reading through it, and it talks about the idea of how time and how history are almost like a tapestry, where in order for it to become an object that is whole, the end of something must be the beginning of the same thing. So it almost is like this person thinks that time repeats itself, as does history. And it's kind of a study on how those two things kind of cross together in a really kind of strange way.
Okay, and as fashion, back of the book.
Back of the book, you find the number 2.
Okay.
I'm gonna pick up book number 4 and read through it.
Cool Hands and Fast Talkers,
Nice.
A Pickpocket Paradise.
Yeah.
Okay. The Pickpocket Paradise book, all it basically, it's almost kind of like, in a way, it's like a non-fictionalized account of like what it takes to be a street urchin, basically. So if you want to pull the out-of-character reference, it's like how to be like a little shit from like Oliver Twist, basically. How to be like those little pickpocketing bastards.
Great.
That's basically what the book's all about.
And then I'm doing an Arcana check.
Okay.
Also, as I'm reading it, I go, this takes me back.
The book has the number 1 on it.
So 2 and whatever the one you just picked up, they both have 1. Is that right?
I believe that's what was said, yeah.
Okay. I pick up number 20.
Zendros, the Legend, A Tale of the Greatest Eladrin General.
Yes.
So this book is a fictionalized account of General Zendros, which was an Eladrin general who led his people to peace during a very difficult time of war. This is clearly fictionalized, as the Elven people really didn't fight very much during the Era of Calamity, which is when the book is set in.
Alright, well, I'll do my my check.
The book has the number 2 on the back of it.
Can we go back over what numbers we have so far? I know we have 1, 1, 10, and 2.
And 9.
Okay, yeah, I can tell you guys what you've got so far, okay?
Yeah.
So far, book number 2 has a 1 on it. Book number 2 has an 8 on it. Book number 4 has a 1 on it. Book number 7 has a 5 on it. Book number 11 has a 2 on it. Book number 10 had a 10 on it. Book number 19?
Yeah. Had an
Oh
8.
shit, hang on a sec. Yeah, book number 19 had an 8 on it.
And 20 had a 1.
20 had a 2.
Oh, a 2.
20 had 2.
Okay, I see the title Nether Magic Pulling the Powers of Darkness. I pick it up and I disgustingly throw it in the fire.
Okay, so you toss the book in the fire, and you see its ashes slowly begin to burn, but then next to your feet, the book's ashes reform into the text.
I jump back. What type of foul magic is this?
Okay, so did anyone write down the numbers? Because I have 1, 1, 10, 2, 9, 8, and 5. Was there another 2 in there?
20 plus 2.
Yeah, 20 is 2.
Yeah.
Alright, maybe we have to look at the clues again. So, the hope of the light, the lure of the dark, and home itself in both answers.
Take a look at your titles, too.
I look at the book I threw in the fire that's still standing on the ground somehow, and I just I'm not going near it.
Okay.
It's unnatural.
I look for a number on book number 3.
On book number 3?
Yeah.
On book number 3, we'll just go ahead and say you guys don't need to make Arcana checks anymore. You guys have pretty well figured out that's what you need to start looking for. things.
Right.
On the back of book number 3, you find the number 3.
Okay, is there a number? What's the number on the Nether Magic?
Which one?
The one I threw in the fire.
Yeah. Number
Okay,
9?
so you picked up number 14.
Yeah.
Oh, 14, I'm sorry.
Okay, you picked up number 14, and number 14 has the number 5 on it.
Okay. And
Oh, I just noticed 14 and 9 are the same book.
Yeah, I think 8 and 19 are as well. Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
did we get the number for 9?
Both terms have an even 6-4 split, despite being one word. What do you guys think that means?
Like a compound word, maybe?
Even 6-4 split. So that's either 1.5 or 12 can be split into 6 and 4.
What?
Or do you think maybe a certain amount of books have a 6 on it and a certain have a 4?
We haven't come across anything with a 4 or a 6 yet, have we?
Have we come across 4
I don't
books
think
of the
we
same number or 6 books of the same number?
No.
Right answer is put the flames out. And one answer starts with a vowel, the other does not. What about these oracle books?
Well, if I'm not mistaken, you've looked at, I think, 2 of them.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick up Oracles 3, A Herald of Fates Unknown.
Okay. So this one talks a little bit about how the idea of fate itself is something that cannot be predicted so easily. So, like, how Oracles 1 talked about how it can be predicted because it's the same thing happening over and over again. Oracles 3 is like the dead inverse of that.
What's the number on the back?
The number on the back of that is 9.
9.
Okay, and what about, Baron, you may want to step away from me, but number 15.
Hell Followed Me, a Summoner's Guide to Demonic Powers.
Yes.
So this talks explicitly about warlocks and how they have the abilities to form eldritch pacts with those planes to call across demonic powers. But it also has a second section in there about mages and how they can forego their traditional powers to actually summon demons. And the number on the back of Hell Followed Me is 10.
So we have 8, 9, 10 in order. I don't think that matters, maybe, but...
What's the first one? Have we looked at that one yet? Intents and Purposes?
No, we haven't.
Let's look at
Intents and
that.
Purposes, a legal writ of ascendancy.
Yeah.
So what that one talks about is that's actually all about property law as well as inheritances. And it also talks about little-known bylaws that, like, if you actually abuse the inheritances and what have you for criminal, they can actually be repossessed by the kingdoms. The I has a number 4 on the back of it.
There's
I
a
throw
4.
that in the fire.
You throw it into the fire.
Yeah.
Actually, hold on. I may have misspoken as to what number that is.
Okay.
Either way, I want to throw in the fire because it's seems boring.
Sec here. I'm trying to figure something out here.
Yeah, that's fine.
Guys, have we seen any Bruce Willis movies lately?
Oh wait, that might have been what screwed me up. Did you guys ever look at whatchamacallit? Did you guys ever looked at number 8? Book number 8.
I thought it was an 8.
I mean, technically,
Yeah.
but it was number 19.
Yeah, because 8 and 19 are in the same book.
Right.
Okay, so
Under
did
the
you
same
look at
title,
18 though?
We did.
Looked at 19, yeah.
Yeah. And then number 8 was on the back.
Okay, number 19 had an 8 on the back.
Mm.
Okay. But you looked at that one book. Did you look at the other one? Is
No.
the question.
No.
Okay. So you looked at 19, but you didn't look at 8.
Correct.
Okay.
I start
Just trying to
getting a
get
bit
my-
frustrated. I take out my maul and I try to break the lock off.
Roll the hit.
Okay, I just do a piercing smite roll and then without the effect.
Sure. You do not
So,
hit.
Yeah.
You crit fail, actually.
Yeah. Completely miss.
Jeez, man, that's the thing I forgot to find.
Year chart.
Yeah, I forgot to pull up my crit hits and fails. 1d100, please.
Alright.
I duck and cover.
Yeah, because you just. Okay, 1d10? No, 1d20, sorry. Okay, 1d10. 1d4. Okay, for the next 4 rounds, you take 2 additional damage from all sources.
Fair enough.
Alright.
Did anything happen when I
So-
threw this book in the fire?
Which book was it?
Intents and purposes?
Oh, so you did it, and the ashes reconstitute themselves at your feet as a book again. And you kind of see, actually, a faint message in the smoke rise up. It says, "Stop burning us."
I throw it in the
Grab
fire
all-
again.
Grab
It
all the
reconstitutes-
books.
It
and throw them
reconstitutes
all in.
itself. Oh, God. Do you really want to do that?
Not really.
Not really.
Do you go through with it?
No.
Okay.
No.
But I
They
do
had
want
it
to throw this
figured
book in
out.
the fire again.
You throw the book in the fire again, and this time, it manifests itself as a flaming hand.
Yay!
Versus AC.
Oh, Jesus.
A tie.
It's a tie, then it goes to the attacker.
I think it's
Take
a tie.
8 damage with a flaming
Yeah.
slap in the face.
Ah, fuck.
Jesus.
It reconstitutes itself as a book at your foot.
Now I'm curious as to what would have happened with all the books being thrown in. If one book did that. Because now I'm curious, but let's not go down that path.
Yeah, I got scared.
Homer may or may not have been flaming bitch slapped to death in that moment.
A hit for every book.
Maybe. Maybe. Okay, so according to my notes, you guys have not examined books number... Wait, you did examine book number 1.
Yes. That's been thrown in the fire twice.
Right.
Yeah, because throwing it in the fire is examining it.
I pick up book 12 and start
And
reading
book
it.
number 1 had a 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Which book did you pick up, Baron?
12. Gray and their
12.
50
Gray and their 50 incarnates. More.
Yep.
You open up the book, and you kind of feel gross reading after the first couple pages.
Okay.
That's all we're gonna say about it.
This is 50 Shades of Grey.
It might
Oh my
be.
God.
Amazing.
I take the book and look at it more in depth.
Yeah, I just hand it to him. This one's for you.
Do you choose to look at the back of the book before you give it to him at least?
Yeah, as I'm handing it over, I take a look.
Okay, so you notice that the book, Gray and Their 50 Incarnates, has the number 6 on it.
I put it in my bag for later reading.
Yeah, of course.
You know, for education's sake.
Yeah. Education.
I take a look at number 17.
Okay. Number 17, The Skies 101, Astrology book that maybe a fortune teller would use.
I'd just take a look at the number then.
On this one, you notice that the number is a 4.
What book was that?
Number 17.
Gotcha.
So far, I think you guys have looked at 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't think you've looked at 5 or 6. You've looked at 7. You haven't looked at 8. Did you look at 9?
No.
No, you didn't look at
No,
9 yet.
Not 9.
But you did look at 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I don't know if you looked at 16 yet.
No.
You looked at 17.
Mhm.
You didn't look at 18, but you looked at 19 and 20.
I'm gonna look at 5.
Okay, you're going to look at Unearthed, Volume 17, The Zerul Plains.
Yes.
This book briefly, it's less, it's like a smaller book. It's not like a gigantic one. It's like, could be like magazine sized in a way. This book talks about the Zerul Plains and about a mysterious curse that swept through it a long time ago that actually left the people in the land like be able to be broken apart and reconstituted at will.
Homer, see what happens when you throw that in there after you check the number.
Yeah, check the number first.
You check the number, and the number is 7.
Throw in the fire, see if it reconstitutes itself.
I give it to Xanaris to throw in the fire.
Why don't you want to throw it in there?
Homer, have you been writing these down?
Yeah, I think I have.
I've got most of them written down.
Okay.
I think I have all of them that we've checked.
Can I do it?
Are you gonna throw it in the fire?
I already got hit once, okay?
You're the one who wants to throw it in the fire. I'm gonna check book number 8.
Number 8, In Keeping Promise, Intro to Prospect to Paladins in the Light.
Yeah,
This book is the same as the one that Baron had.
Does it have the same number?
On the back, it actually does happen to have the same number, 8.
All right. Cool.
Can I do an athletics check to see if I can just throw the gear in there?
Into where?
Into the fire? Because you said there's like a little hole for the gear, right?
It's possible. I mean, if you want to.
But that would be athletics, right?
Yeah.
Guys, y'all think that's a good idea?
Go for it.
Eh.
I'm taking that as a yes.
Okay, not bad.
You throw it, and it, like, floats above the fire.
Oh,
Like, it, like,
jeez.
tries to go to the box, but it's almost, like, repulsed, as if the fire acts as a magnet between the conduits that's, like, pointing the opposite direction.
Magnets, how do they work?
I checked book 6.
Book 6, Send Them In, an autobiography of General Zarem.
Mm-hmm.
Zarem was actually a Minotaur general who was locked in conflict in the Aran Mountains when the Dragonborn decided they wanted to take their village back from the dwarves. So it was a conflict that lasted between those three races, and Zarem was basically from the Minotaur side. Zarem was not among the victors. But the book, Send Them In, has the number 9.
Okay.
Sorry, what was number 4?
Book 4?
Book
Yeah,
4.
what was the number on that?
Book 4 had a number 1.
Have you looked at Nether Magic pulling the powers of darkness? Number 9?
No,
I don't think you
so.
have.
14
No,
is
we
the
haven't
one we
done.
looked at.
Yeah, you looked
Okay.
at 14 and got freaked out by it. So do you choose to look at number 9?
Yeah.
It's the same book as the one that Paul was freaked out by.
Okay. Is there a
But if
number
you
on the
turn
back?
it over, the back number is a 3.
Ooh. So we've gotten 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Do we want to go
7,
through the
8,
list quickly of what we got?
I think we've gotten all but 16 and 18.
Yes.
Okay.
I'll post it in the chat.
Okay. Yeah, you're right. Those are the only two we don't have a number on.
And what do you choose to do?
I'll look at 16. Why not?
16. Okay, that is the same book that talks about the origins of Yalaton and kind of how it came to be before all the calamities and the war and stuff like that happened.
Mhm.
This book has a number 7.
Okay. Anyone else want to look at 18?
Yeah, I'll pick up 18.
Okay, you pick up number 18 and you actually read through it, called Rudimentary Constructs, a guide to creating homunculuses and managing them. This book goes into the basic details of how powerful sorcerers and magic users have the ability to construct something that can defend the creator or objects assigned to it. It actually has 2 different scrolls inside of it that are rituals.
Okay.
One of which is written in a very ancient script, and the other one is for a ritual known as Bind Will.
Hmm.
Can I do something to see if I at least recognize what the script is?
You may.
What would that be? Arcana or history?
Arcana, for this case.
Alright. Ouch.
Nope, you definitely cannot tell.
Okay. And the number on the back?
When you flip the number over to the back of the book, you notice the book has a number 6 on it.
Okay.
Got it updated in the chat.
Oh, that's cool that you can edit. I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah, if you hover over the thing, there's a gear in the top right-hand corner. Edit or delete.
Ooh.
Okay, so there are 2 books for each number, right? It looks like it, anyway. Like, no book. There's no 3 of the same number. Like,
Looks
there's
like it, yeah.
2 1s, 2 2s, 2 3s, etc. All the way up to 10. So are there any ones that have a title using light or dark that are the same number?
I mean, 19 and 8.
Yeah.
Yeah, but those
Because
are both light. They're not, I mean opposites. Is there 1 dark and 1 light that are the same number?
Gotcha.
Doesn't seem like it. I can't tell, though.
I don't think so.
Okay. There goes that idea.
No, because darkness points to oracles too.
Yep.
In 14.
And also Foundry, Yellowton's Rise.
So darkness points to oracles too, you said?
Yeah. Yes. And Yellowton's Rise.
Sounds right. The biographies point to the other oracle books as well. I don't know that that has anything to do with anything.
Me either.
Okay, so the hope of the light, the lure of dark, and home itself in both answers. Would home itself be Yalaton, do you think?
That could make sense.
Yeah, I could see that.
And if that's the case, 3 is...
9 and 3
9
would
and
could
3.
go either then. Someone want to try to put both of those in the fire together?
I wonder why it says the hope of the light. And one answer
Well,
starts with a vowel, the other does not.
Well, you could be the hope of the light, Baron. If you are as good as you say you are.
Cheesy son of a bitch.
Well, you're the one that's all
Hashtag
holier than thou.
Easy target.
I'm the one that's sitting on everything that moves.
No, it's being hit by.
And both terms have an even 6-4 split, despite being one word.
I don't even understand what that one means.
Do you still have the scrap of paper, Paul?
I didn't have it. Homer does.
Oh, Homer has it? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I, Arcana check it?
Yeah. Yeah. I just wasn't sure who had that scrap. Oh!
Okay.
You actually find a fifth hint on the paper.
Nice.
It says 2 words. One is to put out. The other is to bend in strange ways.
What?
What?
Bend in strange ways could be Gray and their 50 incarnates.
Put out to bend in strange way. Construct? Bend. No, not to put
What do you think
out.
of contort?
Yeah. Pulling the powers of darkness. Word pull.
Yeah, is there anything for putting out?
Can I pee on the fire?
You can. The question is it recommended?
I kind of want to pee in the fire.
Okay.
I mean, you gotta go. You gotta go.
If you go, you choose to go?
Is there... Yes.
The fire might not like that, but do what you want.
Okay.
I think it's a good idea.
let's- This time, the ashes that you piss into, basically, reconstitute themselves as a gigantic flaming sword.
Motherfucking piece of shit.
9 damage.
Oh my god.
And then the flames grow higher.
I'm the only one doing anything, so fuck all of y'all.
The smoke from the fire, as it reconstitutes, it just says, use the books, make the words.
Okay. I have a feeling this is like a stupid easy answer that we're gonna feel real dumb.
Hey Tony, can you put the first hint at the bottom?
The first group, yeah.
Oh, because of all the rolling? Yeah,
Yeah.
that's smart.
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay. Okay. What do we think about the despite being one word thing? So, like, we're looking for titles with one word, I'm guessing. To start, like, breaking it down into smaller parts, maybe.
Oh shit, did I that hint copied over? That's not the right one. Like,
Huh?
I had a version that had a slightly better hint that didn't copy over, apparently.
Oh.
Any help we could get right now is great.
All this damage.
Yeah.
I could have avoided all this damage now, huh?
Both terms have an even 6-4 split despite each answer being one word. Each answer being one word. Okay. So no one else has any ideas, huh?
Not really.
I've already had multiple ideas, and each time they
Yeah, and they're all bad.
so-
Shut up and think.
A bad idea is better than no idea.
That's not true.
They're all bad. Shut up and think, Paul 2016.
Don't die on us, for the love of God.
I got plenty of health. Can I use a healing surge, actually?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you're fine then.
That is healing surge plus 9.
Ben, what about you over there?
I really haven't had anything since like the whole maybe numbers correspond to letters, and I don't think that's it.
But it
Maybe.
might be. You haven't tried, have you?
It could be. You're right.
No. I think I might have messed up like the numbers too, but since we have them up now.
Yeah, they're up.
Yeah, I was looking at that and I didn't see anything that made any sense to me.
Maybe perhaps with the pairs of letters that you guys have, maybe one goes to one answer and one goes to the other? There are
That's
2 bookshelves.
So we should put one of each number on each bookshelf, maybe.
Maybe.
Okay. Let's.
I'm done doing things for right now, because last time I did something, I got
A
burned.
giant sword came out of the fire. Yeah.
By doing things, you mean peeing on things.
And throwing things into the fire.
Homer's the one that wanted to throw everything in the fire, so...
But
yeah.
I mean, I thought about it for a second, but then
Against-
thought better of it.
Yeah, in the favor of better judgment. Although poor judgment would have made a real great moment there.
Yeah.
Instead of 10,000 fists in the air, it would have been 10,000 fists of fire in your face. Doesn't quite roll off the tongue as much. But you know.
Hold on. I might be onto something.
Think it out loud, dude.
Okay. So using the numbers, the numbers on the back of the books, let's try to form a word using the first title or first letter of each title. So right now I have for number 2 is 1, right? And number 2 starts with E, so the first letter would be E, which is a vowel, which goes with another clue here. Second would be X for number 20, because that's a number 2, so EX. Do you see where I'm going?
Yeah.
Okay, what's a 3? We got a C,
and an I.
Or no, not a C.
No, N.
Or a T, I guess, right? The Foundry?
T.
Yeah, maybe the T would probably count there.
The Foundry.
It's the first letter.
And what's 9? N. So probably... N, okay. Probably T, though. EXT. What about 4s? We have an I...
And a T.
And a T. Extinguish. I form out that word.
Okay. So you put the appropriate books onto the bookshelf,
Yes.
and the flame
Okay.
dims.
I was going to say which books they were, but I think you caught on that we caught on. Okay.
Okay. The flame dims, and you are able to get the access to the box.
I
Thank
pull the
God.
box out and put the gear in there.
Sweet.
Okay. Nothing happens though.
Oh, fuck. Okay. All right, there's
Remember,
two
there are
words. There's two
set of
bookshelves.
books.
Yeah.
What's the other word say?
Okay, what do we have? So we used number 2.
C.
What's the other one?
C.
C.
The C?
Or,
C.
Yeah.
O.
Okay.
N.
Yep. And what's the other 4 we didn't use?
T.
We used T. For
T
extinguish.
was number 3. T was number 3.
Oh, 3.
The other
okay.
one's 4. 5 is N.
We used the 5, yeah. That
No,
5.
it's the other 5 then.
Yeah. Whatever the other
Oh.
5 is.
O.
Okay.
6 is not G.
No, what's the other 6?
It is R.
R.
7.
Is either a T
U.
or U, yeah.
T. Contorts or contorting?
Contort.
Contorting.
Yeah, okay.
So, can I turn the gear?
Contorting is not right.
Really? Okay.
There's no title that starts with a G, is there?
Oh.
There
that
is.
that you haven't used.
Contortion. Contortion.
There it is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
cool.
The gear spins in the box, and the gear that is guarding the chest explodes.
Oh my god. Amazing. I stand by the chest and ready them all.
Okay?
Was there any remnants in, like, from something that was inside that box?
The box hasn't opened.
Yeah, we haven't opened it yet.
The gear that was locked, that had it locked, though, exploded, so now it should
Oh.
be able to be opened.
Okay, so I open it up.
You open it up, and inside there is a blank book.
Can I do an Arcana check on it?
You may.
I just kind of laughed to myself. I was like, great, another book.
Okay. The book itself isn't blank, just the cover of it is.
Oh, well, I open it up.
Goes into detail talking about an ancient artifact known as Spheros. Spheros was an ancient orb created by an invoker who happened to have a knack for magical trinkets and their powers. The orb, Spheros, was created from powerful arcane energies and a shard of the living gate, once the place of life of the crystalline individuals known as the Shard Mind. Their abilities to cross through places dimensionally was of great interest to the inventor of Spheros, but he also knew the dangers and risks something like that could actually cause. So he left Spheros under the bond of blood, so only him, or a descendant of him, would be able to use this power.
That's it.
That's all the book says.
Do I
Is there a
gather
number on
anything
the
from
back?
my Arcana check?
There is no number on the back.
And do I gather anything extra from my Arcana thing?
No. Not really able to gather much other from it.
Okay.
You can feel that the sphere that it was talking about, though, may have been in this chest at some point.
Is there can I do a perception check for like a false bottom or something?
Yeah.
Or...
Yeah, now you're talking.
Sure.
Also, I laugh at the phrase false bottom.
All I can think of is Hank Hill. There is not. It is a singular solid piece that is the chest. No hidden compartments available.
Anything? Can I turn the chest over?
You may.
I turn it over.
It appears to have scorched underneath it a gear.
Like a gear place, or just a gear by itself that I can pull
Like
out?
a mark. Like almost like a brand of a gear.
Okay. And we already lost our one gear, correct?
Well, the one gear went into the lock and it exploded it, so...
Okay. Cool.
Okay. I think we're done here.
I guess, apparently.
Yeah, now do you guys want to take a break?
Yes.
Okay.
We'll take a quick break.
We'll move you back to the center hub room since you guys said, well, we're done here.
Yeah.
So I'll move you back here. And we'll take a quick break.
Sounds good.
All right.
Alrighty, thank you guys for watching. We'll be back soon!